Hello, we are talking about the work study method from HR demand forecasting in this video, and let's start. The work study method is also called the workload analysis, and this method mainly determines how many people or determines the HR forecasting. So what happens in this method is you determine the people needed through calculating the total production, the hours of production per unit. Then you calculate the employee hours, and then you calculate the number of employees needed. So the forecast in this method is done through total production. So let's see how this method works. So let's say I own a toy company, and the toy that I sell is a doll. So the first thing that I have to do is calculate or determine how many units I want to produce. So let's say in the next 1 year, I want to produce 25,000 units of this doll. Okay, from that we move on to the next step. The next step involves the number of hours that is required per unit. So how many hours does it take for you to make 1 unit of this product? So how many hours does it take you to manufacture 1 doll? So let's say it takes an average employee or the whole process takes 4 hours. Okay, and now we go to what is the employee hours. So how many hours in your company does the employee give in a year in order to stay, the productive working hours? Okay, so let's say under employee hours, let's say on an average an employee gives 2000 hours per year. Okay, now from this we can calculate that the required hours is 1 lakh. So we need 1 lakh hours, and on an average one employee gives 2000 hours. So how many employees will we need? We'll need 50 employees to get the work done, or to achieve what, or to achieve this 25,000 units. I will need 50 employees, and that is going to be enough to produce this 25,000 units. So that is how the work study method works. So the work study method, to sum up, is also called workload analysis, and the method that is used under work study method, it is called the work study method because this work that is done on the daily basis is repetitive, and this repetitive method can be studied. So this method is studied, and the whole method is studied extensively, and then an analysis is done, which is how the total production can be calculated, because this method is repetitive, and you can study this method and you can have a standard approach to go about this. So total production is determined, so 25,000. Then the number of hours that it takes you to build 1 unit of this product, which is 4. When you multiply these two things, you get the hours, the total hours. Then we move on to how many hours does your employee give yearly. So your employee gives 2,000 hours, and hence you will need 50 employees to get this work of manufacturing 25 units done. So that is it from the work study method. Thank you.